everybody! Today we will do a thing. I don't even know what to call
Inspired by another thing. Not even inspired.
No.
We're just ripping someone off.
We're ripping someone off. We got this idea from the Grumps. They have a video called Sonic Fanfictions, and they used this site.
It's basically an AI that has taken text and learned how to form sentences that are coherent, put together, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so you can put in like several sentences or just one sentence or like a word or anything, and it will just keep going.
It could recognize when the Grumps put in the names Gimli and Legolas, so it took other names from the Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah, so it has like a lot of information, so it kind of knows what you're talking about. So now it's our turn to just take their little idea and do the same thing, but with new things. Do you want to start, my dear, and put something nice in?
Okay, so
what you gonna write?
I'm gonna write lizard. That's you. Had a great
penis
day. Complete text.
Oh yeah, my keyboard has.
Yeah, it's a face there. It's very hard to see.
I'm
but
sorry.
You know.
He's from Ace.
He's from Ace. He doesn't have a name, but he's pretty.
I mean, he has a weird name that not a weird name, he has a completely normal Korean name that my little Swedish brain can't pronounce, so I'm not even gonna try. Oh my god!
But as it turns out, he only got to play for the first time because of his best friend. And he got to play the most awesome, most amazing game of Pokemon.
That's it! It's my day!
Lizard? That's the guy I was talking about before. He's the best friend you could have. You guys are gonna need your rest.
It's my day!
Lizard had another great day, and he felt the same way.
I got all the things I want. I got all the things I need.
It felt great to finally be a Pokemon trainer.
Yes.
He felt like it was destiny.
Now I have to go.
Lizard says he headed home with his best friend, his new Pokemon, and his most important item, his Pokeballs.
Oh, I became a man, but I became a Pokemon trainer with the Pokemon. Pokemon? What did we say? Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Oh.
You heard it here first. Lizard is a man. He's gonna be a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like his balls.
My balls are the most important thing. Yeah. And that's her. Had the worst day.
Oh, so much love here. I just saw Jekyll.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
Sally.
good. Am I gonna get murdered?
Yeah, had the worst day. She was, well, at least you're a girl still. She was forced to attend the funeral of the friend she loved. But the man who had been her best friend turned out to be a murderer. Jekyll had been killed because of jealousy over Jekyll's romantic advances towards Sally. He shot himself and killed Sally.
So who was my friend, Sally or Jekyll?
Jekyll was the murderer.
Okay.
And Sally's your best friend that was killed.
Okay, good.
Jekyll was the only one to be a murderer because of jealousy and the fact that Sally's father would not have allowed Jekyll to be around her. Jekyll's father was a member of the secret society called the Order of the Golden Dawn. According to the Order's teachings, jealousy was a terrible sin that should be avoided at all costs. Before Sally's death, Jekyll had been attempting to make a woman of Sally.
That's the end. Well, he attempted to make a woman of Sally. What?
So he basically tried to rape her, then that didn't work, so he killed her, and then he killed himself, and you're without friends, my dear.
Well, I wouldn't say that was the worst day. Maybe. I went to a funeral. It was the worst day because turns out my friend was a murderer.
And your other friend died. That was weird. Make another. Make something nuts.
Okay. Give me a celebrity.
Jacksepticeye.
Is that a good sentence?
Jacksepticeye met up with Mark exiting the airport.
Complete text. After a short talk, Mark was on his way to the hotel. He didn't seem too concerned that the people he was about to meet there were the same people who made him do all those things. What is going on? What did he do? It was late when they met at the hotel. Mark sat by the fire and waited for... Wait.
Mark sat by the fire and waited for Mark to show up. Yeah, that's how that works.
Pretty sure it's just Mark and the Darkiplier. Yeah. An hour passed when it was time for the meeting to begin. Mark told the story of how he and his friend had made a lot of cash while they were running the bar down in West Virginia. He went on about how he spent all the money he made from gambling in Las Vegas and how the money he made was going towards buying the bar that they had built. They told him that they knew he had a lot of money, but they were very surprised to see how much money he had. Mark.
That had nothing to do with Jacksepticeye. I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna make a killer out of Grim.
I'll do it.
Grim grabbed a knife and began to dissect himself.
Grim's the guy who got her all the chocolate.
That's such a lovely man. Oh, he became a she. Grim grabbed a knife and began to dissect the body. She cut off his fingers and cut out his heart.
At the same time, obviously.
At one point, Grim says she's heard a screech from the freezer and she ran over to investigate. It was her sister who had been playing in the freezer. Grim, teach your sister better. The family says that when they first heard about the bodies in the freezer, they were... Was she playing with the bodies in the freezer? They were unaware that they were actually victims of a murder-suicide. Wait, was he dissecting someone else's bodies that they had killed?
Maybe he was working the case.
Oh, well, why did he cut off the heart? Oh, whatever.
You know, you gotta cut off the fingers. I don't know what's going on. When looking for clues, always cut off the fingers.
If it was accidental, then it would be hard to swallow, she says. But I don't think it was accidental. There's something off about it.
What's an accidental murder? Isn't that just an accident?
Accidental murder-suicide? I just happened to grab you and jump off this bridge. Okay, in October, the coroner reported that the cause of death was an accidental shooting. In the beginning I thought, oh well, it's a tragic accident, says the family. I mean, if it was a tragic accident, why would he have a gun? But in October, the coroner also said that a second...
And that's it. Cliffhanger. Grim, teach your sister not to play in the freezer.
Don't buy houses with freezers full of corpses in them.
Yeah, that's the good advice too.
What are you writing?
The luggage grew feet and walked away.
Aww.
My heart sank.
My luggage, come back.
You guys aren't allowed to leave the train, my father yelled as he tried to grab the bags. I started to get up, but my father was too big. He couldn't hold me as I jumped from the train and started running with the bags. Let me go, I yelled at my father, but he wasn't going to let me. Get in the car! And I jumped into the car. I heard him crying as he... What? I don't understand this story. I heard him crying as he ran back and forth, pulling the luggage in and out of the car. Eventually, he caught up with me and threw the luggage into the back seat of his car, but the doors wouldn't open. So it's not that they wouldn't close.
The ending is so sad. It's so sad.
Really? What is it?
I don't want to do this. I just want my daughter home. I'm begging you, please let me go.
Oh my
It's
god.
so sad.
Like a nightmare. So it's just like he's missing his daughter. I want her to come back.
Oh, that was horrible.
I was trying to do a funny one. Didn't work.
Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Why didn't you ask? Why did you not ask? And why did you wait so long to tell me? Well, I have been told that it is just because my grandfather had been killed in the war. But that doesn't really seem right. When I told you that we have the right to have the rum, you just said that you understood that why my grandfather was a great man, and that was why you gave me the right to have it. That's right. I've had to take this rum that is so very important to me, not because my grandfather died, but because of the war that took away my father. Oh, everybody's dead. And I feel so much better knowing that I had this rum before the war. Well, we're still not sure where the rum came from. Well, we know it wasn't from the mainland, as it only comes from...
And that's it.
Where's the rum from? Where does it come from? Where does it come from?
I love that story. Can you save that story?
I'm gonna save it. Why do I want to go so bad? I was like, I jumped off the Empire State Building. I just saw a building really tall. Why is my dark mind so dark?
But the dark ones might be funnier. I was going to do it again.
I mean,
If it didn't work the first time, I don't think it's gonna take.
this is so messed up. Okay, this is horrible. I jumped off the Empire State Building. I was going to do it again. I was going to kill myself. A year later, he was back in it. He had a new identity. He started a new life. A new life with a new identity. This is a different version of me. This is me now. I don't want to do it again. It's a really hard life.
It's a really hard life, guys.
It's a hard knock life for us.
It's a hard knock life.
For us.
You know that song's about orphans, right?
I mean, you don't know if he was an orphan or not. It doesn't say. So he wasn't going to kill himself. He was just changing his identity again to start a new life.
Is it a metaphor?
I don't know. It's a hard life.